Apples. You've probably heard of them. Bananas. Well, everyday thing. Pears, plums, peaches, pineapple. Well, you've heard of all of them. But what if I told you some out there could literally ruin your day or your life? Behind some of the world's most vibrant, exotic, or even everyday fruits, there's a deadly twist waiting to bite you back. From fruits full of natural poisons to ones that can shut down your organs, these are the 15 most dangerous fruits you must know now. Number 15. Raw cashew nut. Some foods are eaten daily without a second or third thought. Cashews, for instance, appear in salads, snack packs, or energy bars, or chocolate. Their mild flavor and creamy texture made them a global favorite. But what few realize is that in their raw state, cashews are extremely hazardous. A raw cashew isn't truly a nut. It's the seed of the cashew apple, which dangles from a pear-shaped pseudo-fruit. While the fruit itself looks juicy and exotic, the true danger lies in the outer shell. Between the shell and the seed sits an oily substance rich in urushiol, the same irritant found in poison ivy. Even minimal skin contact can cause painful blisters, inflammation, and allergic reactions. Consuming raw cashews leads to nausea, vomiting, and in severe cases, systemic poisoning. There's no antidote. All store-bought cashews have been steamed or roasted to eliminate toxins. True raw cashews are never sold. Despite the risks, their value is so high that in some countries, processing is done by hand with extreme care. Number 14. The Jamaican death fruit. Now, some fruits are so visually appealing you'd never suspect the danger hidden beneath their glossy exterior. Take ackee, for example, Jamaica's national fruit, and also one of the most deadly in the world. At first sight, it seems innocent. Its shape looks like a swollen pear, shaded in reddish or yellow tones depending on its ripeness. But its threat isn't visual, it's chemical. Inside the ackee is a silent toxin called hypoglycin. When unripe, this compound exists in high concentrations. Once ingested, it can block glucose production in the body and cause a rapid decline in blood sugar levels. The result? Intense vomiting, seizures, unconsciousness, and even coma. The condition is officially known as Jamaican vomiting sickness. It sounds tropical, until you see the mortality rate. Many tourists and unaware locals have tasted ackee without knowing the risk. A single poorly prepared serving can trigger symptoms. Properly ripened and cooked ackee is safe, but never force it open. This fruit decides when you can eat it, or die trying. Number 13. Manchineel apple. There's a fruit that looks like it belongs in a fairy tale, but in reality, it's straight from a nightmare. They call it the Manchineel apple, and it's just as beautiful as it is badass. Small, round, and glistening like a wild apple, it looks inviting. But a single bite, a drop of its sap, or even standing beneath it during rainfall can bring serious harm. The Manchineel tree grows across the Caribbean, Central America, and parts of South America. At first glance, nothing seems wrong, but every part, bark, sap, fruit, leaves, is toxic. The fruit contains corrosive substances that cause internal burns, severe throat pain, and respiratory failure. Its sap can cause skin to blister or even lead to blindness if it touches your eyes. Rain dripping through its canopy can carry the toxins onto your skin. Beaches often mark these trees with red paint to warn folks. Nicknamed Little Apple of Death, this tree is beautiful and absolutely unforgiving. So, be sure to stay away. Number 12. Wild peach seeds. Dark secrets can be buried inside the sweetest things. The wild peach, with its velvet skin and inviting scent, seems harmless until you look past its flesh. At the core of this fruit is a seed that offers no mercy. Unlike the cultivated peaches sold in Walmart, wild varieties grow freely in remote forests and rugged hillsides. The flavor ranges from sweet to sharply acidic, But the danger isn't in the taste, it's in the pit. That inner seed, which many crack out of curiosity, has amygdalin, which is a natural compound that converts to cyanide once it reacts with digestive enzymes. Yes, the same cyanide used in real-life poisonings and movies. If chewed or crushed, the seed can release a fatal dose within minutes. Worse, it's tasteless, odorless, and leaves no clue, just a quiet reaction that can shut down your nervous system. Some animals digest them easily, but humans? A single jam with crushed seeds can confirm your meeting with your creator. Number 11. Sea grapes. At first sight, they look like tiny jade pearls, shiny, unique, and tempting. Known as sea grapes, they're considered a delicacy in many coastal cuisines. But few know these ocean clusters can quietly harbor danger. Sea grapes, or Caulerpa lentilifera, aren't technically fruits. They're a species of edible green algae that flourish in warm coastal waters across Southeast Asia and tropical shorelines. Often served raw with rice or tossed in salads, they're praised for their high iodine content and mineral benefits. But their real risk lies in their absorption. Sea grapes are highly porous, capable of soaking up heavy metals, toxins, and harmful bacteria from their environment. If harvested from contaminated waters, polluted by oil spills, industrial waste, or toxic algae, they can become extremely unsafe. Just one portion can cause intense stomach pain, vomiting, fever, or dehydration. Tourists are often unaware, mistaking sourness for flavor. Beautiful and nutritious when clean, but dangerously toxic when harvested from the wrong sea. Number 10. African wild banana. When we think of bananas, we picture a friendly yellow fruit, sweet, soft, and easy to eat. But deep within Africa grows a variety that defies all expectations, the seeded banana. This wild species hasn't been domesticated. Its pulp is fibrous, its seeds massive, and its chemistry dangerous. Some species carry high levels of alkaloids, naturally occurring compounds that can be harmful in certain doses. These bananas aren't eaten raw. Doing so can cause throat irritation, dizziness, vomiting, or violent diarrhea. In extreme cases, neurological poisoning has occurred. Yet surprisingly, it remains part of traditional diets in many rural regions. The secret? Preparation. Locals boil, roast, or ferment them for hours to neutralize the toxic components. Some wrap them in leaves and bury them for days. This is ancestral knowledge, passed down through generations. Properly prepared, the fruit has medicinal value, but mishandle it, and it turns hostile. Number 9. Luo Han Guo. Recently, a small fruit from Asia has become popular worldwide as a natural sugar substitute. It's called Luo Han Guo, aka monk fruit, though it isn't a citrus nor related to monks. The name comes from Buddhist monks who once cultivated it in the mountains of southern China. Small, round, and green, its appeal lies in its content of mogrosides, sweet compounds that are up to 200 times more potent than regular sugar, yet do not raise blood glucose levels. For this reason, the food industry embraced it as a go-to ingredient for diabetics and those avoiding processed sugars. However, like many things, monk fruit has a downside. When used in concentrated forms or consumed excessively, it can lead to bloating, flatulence, or diarrhea, especially in sensitive individuals or children. Despite being natural, high doses may overwhelm the body. In ancient Chinese medicine, it was used moderately to treat coughs and fever. Eat it with care, and it's all good. Number 8. American wild cherry seeds. In the dense forests of North America grows a small, radiant red fruit that gleams like a gem, the American wild cherry. Tart, juicy, and deceptively sweet. But behind its appeal lies a silent threat. The danger doesn't rest in the fruit itself, but at its very core. Each cherry contains a seed laced with cyanogenic glycosides, compounds that, once digested, convert into hydrogen cyanide. Yes, the same toxic agent used as a chemical weapon. While a single seed won't harm a healthy adult, when chewed, crushed, or eaten in excess, these seeds can unleash a lethal dose over time. Disturbingly, many people remain unaware. In rural traditions, whole cherries, including their pits, are used in homemade jams, infusions, and liqueurs. That's where the real risk emerges, especially when the pits are crushed. Symptoms start subtly, with headaches, nausea, and lightheadedness, and can escalate to respiratory failure and even death. Number 7. Red banana. Well, this fruit, it looks like something out of a tropical dream, with reddish skin, orange-tinted flesh, and a rich taste with hints of raspberry. This is the red banana, a rare fruit celebrated for its sweetness and nutritional value. But hidden behind its vibrant exterior is a lesser-known risk. While not poisonous and free from internal toxins, red bananas can trigger severe allergic reactions in people sensitive to latex. This reaction is known as latex fruit syndrome, a real and medically recognized condition. Due to the banana's protein structure, it shares molecular similarities with natural latex. For latex-allergic individuals, even touching or eating the fruit can result in reactions ranging from itching and swelling to difficulty breathing and anaphylactic shock. The same reaction can occur with avocado, chestnut, or kiwi. But since red bananas are less familiar, many don't make the connection. For some, this fruit is energizing, but for others, not. Number 6. Green coconut. Few things seem more refreshing than a freshly cracked green coconut. The image is idyllic: tropical sun, soft breeze, and that clear liquid offering hydration like nothing else. But within that image, a hidden risk often goes unnoticed. While green coconut water is rich in electrolytes and antioxidants, it's incredibly sensitive to how it's stored. If left too long after harvesting or exposed to excessive heat, the liquid inside can begin to ferment. When that happens, the once clear water becomes a breeding ground for harmful bacteria and yeasts. The danger is invisible and often misread as a tangy flavor twist. In some regions, fermented coconut water is used intentionally to create traditional alcoholic drinks, but under strict preparation. A neglected coconut in the sun, though, becomes a microbial time bomb. Kids, the elderly, and those with weakened immune systems are very vulnerable. Just one drink can send you to the hospital. Number 5. Bitter almond. We often tie them with health snacks and desserts, but few know about their far more deadly counterpart, the bitter almond. It looks identical to the sweet version, but within its shell hides a chemical so potent that just a handful can be deadly. Bitter almonds are rich in amygdalin, a compound that transforms into hydrogen cyanide during digestion. The frightening part? Just 5 to 10 of these can kill a child. 50 to 70 could be fatal for an adult. These almonds grow in wild or non-domesticated trees, and while sweet almonds have been selectively bred to reduce toxicity, bitter ones retain their full chemical defense. In many countries, their sale for direct consumption is banned. However, they're still used in small, carefully regulated doses to flavor specific sweets or liqueurs like amaretto. If not properly heat processed, the poison remains intact. Once used as a parasite remedy, these almonds can easily go from treatment to tragedy. Number 4. Lychee. Lychee appears delicate and harmless. It decorates desserts in Asia and flavors tropical drinks globally, but few know that when eaten unripe or in excess, this small fruit becomes deeply dangerous. In its immature form, lychee contains hypoglycin, the same toxin found in ackee. This substance interferes with the body's glucose production, causing a steep drop in blood sugar levels. The results can be catastrophic: seizures, encephalopathy, and in extreme cases, death. What's most alarming is how it affects malnourished children. In India's Bihar state, dozens of deaths are reported yearly during lychee season. Children, often hungry, consume fallen green fruit. Hours later, symptoms begin. For years, the cause was unknown until this toxin was identified. Ironically, ripe lychees are safe when eaten in moderation. The real danger lies in volume and timing. Eating too many on an empty stomach can collapse metabolism. Number 3. Breadfruit, when unripe. With a name like breadfruit, you'd expect something soft, nourishing, and entirely harmless. And in many cases it is, but only once it's perfectly ripe. Before reaching full maturity, this tropical fruit can deliver a very harsh surprise. Native to the Pacific Islands and widely consumed in the Caribbean, breadfruit has been a food staple for generations. High in carbohydrates, it's usually boiled, roasted, or fried, often compared to a cross between potato and freshly baked bread. But safe consumption hinges on one thing: ripeness. In its green or underdeveloped state, breadfruit contains compounds that are difficult to digest and can irritate the digestive system. The outcome: cramps, vomiting, nausea, and diarrhea. Many tourists are drawn to its round shape and spiky texture at local markets, unaware of the risks. In the 18th century, the British promoted breadfruit as a superfood to feed enslaved people. Ironically, improper preparation led to mutinies and stomach distress. Today, it remains vital, but only when handled right. Number 2. Unripe pineapple. Its aroma is unmistakable. Its taste, somewhere between sweet and tart, delivers a tropical burst with every bite. But what many don't realize is that unripe pineapple, the kind picked before full ripeness, can pose serious health hazards. Beneath its vibrant color and wholesome reputation lies an enzyme called bromelain. Found in high concentration in unripe fruit, this enzyme breaks down proteins, including those in your digestive lining. Consuming underripe pineapple can lead to intense stomach irritation, ulcers, bleeding, or allergic reactions. Bromelain, in small quantities, has therapeutic value. It's used to relieve inflammation and even tenderize meat. But when the pineapple hasn't ripened properly, that same enzyme becomes aggressive. In Caribbean folklore, unripe pineapple was once believed to cleanse the body. What was misunderstood is that it often led to vomiting and sharp abdominal pain. Bromelain can also interfere with blood thinners, increasing bleeding risk, so never ever overdo it. Number 1. Apple seeds. Apple is a symbol of health, desire, and wisdom, found in myths, fables, and even modern tech logos. But who would suspect that something so ordinary hides a chemical risk deep inside? The truth is, apple seeds contain amygdalin, a compound that interacts with stomach acids to form hydrogen cyanide, one of the fastest-acting poisons. Swallowing 1 or 2 seeds whole usually isn't dangerous, but when bitten, ground, or ingested in large numbers, they can become harmful. The human body can process small doses, but if a child or pet consumes a substantial amount, especially chewed, the results can be critical. Here's a striking fact. Around 150 to 200 thoroughly chewed seeds, about the cores of 18 to 25 apples, could generate a fatal cyanide dose in an average adult. While not a daily threat, the potential is real. Ancient healers recognized that some fruits carry hidden toxicity, so eat it with care. We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.